After the untimely demise of Google Nest Secure, RIP, you can pay your respects in our memoriam video, we were eager to see some rumors we've been hearing for a while actually come to fruition. Namely, Google took its home security smarts and joined forces with ADT. What could be cooler? Two big smart tech and home security giants joining forces to keep us all safer. But after the initial heart flutters I felt, I started questioning all the implications of this partnership. And the more I learned about the partnership, the more questions I had. What does this mean in general? What does it mean for Nest customers? What does it mean for ADT customers? How is this going to impact the future of customer privacy and all those pesky hacking worries? Is this going to be really awesome or a little bit scary? There were so many questions. And even though we don't have all the answers today, we're going to do our darndest to shed as much light as we can on this budding new relationship between ADT and Google Nest. Before we dive into all of my fangirl hopes and paranoid concerns, take a second to subscribe to this channel so that you can stay in touch with all the haps in the world of home security and smart home tech. And go to Safewise.com to find out which security systems already play well with Google in our complete roundup of the best systems to use with Google Assistant. It's linked in the description box below. Now let's dive into what Google and ADT have in store for the security world. From the macro perspective, I know the first thing on everyone's mind is what is the celeb couple name for Google and ADT? Is it ADT? Googad? Googad? There's really no good option. So in the absence of a killer couple name, let's just get right down to business. The official partnership will be branded as ADT plus Google. Even they couldn't find a good name mashup. And the partnership is supposed to last for around 7 years. The rollout is going to hit consumers in Q3 of this year. That starts in July. And that will be when ADT customers can start buying Google Nest products direct from ADT. At this point, you might be thinking, so what? Well, I'm here to tell you what. Introducing my lightning round of the highlights that jumped out to me from this big announcement. First, there's a lot of talk about machine learning. This move also levels up Nest from straight on DIY to pro status. What is this going to mean for ADT and its relationship with Alarm.com? And there's got to be concerns about privacy and hacking issues. And oh yeah, machine learning. If you noticed a little trend there, it was on purpose. These companies have really emphasized how ADT plans to harness Google's machine learning capabilities to enhance its home security services. But more on that in a minute. The biggest change for fans and current customers of Nest devices is that ADT takes the super smart home brand from DIY to pro. When you add Google Nest devices to your ADT home security system, you don't have to worry about peeling and sticking those devices all on your own. ADT techs will come to your house and do it for you. And this is actually more helpful than you might think because Nest doesn't have the easiest DIY smart home products out there. Nest cams especially can be a real pain to install. And their cords are so darn sturdy and inflexible and long, it's like trying to wrestle an alligator or charm a snake. Maybe that's just me. The other big DIY to pro flip is the addition of ADT's world-leading monitoring services to Google Nest smart home devices. Ring used to offer pro monitoring for Google Nest Secure. And as far as we know, it still supports its existing customers. But we think it's pretty exciting to see two leaders like ADT and Google Nest joining forces in the home security pro monitoring space. And to learn why ADT's pro monitoring stands out, check out our ADT video review that goes into all of the specifics. Now, unless you're a big home security nerd like me, you may not even know what Alarm.com is. It's the biggest provider of white label home security products and app services for home security companies. So unless a security company makes its own home security products like the control panel, security camera, or entry sensors, chances are that company uses products developed and manufactured by Alarm.com, and then they label them under their own brand. Currently, ADT offers a mixture of proprietary devices and Alarm.com devices. ADT's Control app and its Command smart home packages are offered thanks to this relationship. And as far as we know, the agreement between ADT and Alarm.com is going to remain in place at least through early 2023. But now that Google Nest is in the mix, we're all wondering if Google and ADT might work on a new suite of products designed by Google Nest to eventually replace the Alarm.com offerings. Only time will tell. Machine learning. For me, this is the centerpiece of this whole ADT plus Google matchup. We've all been there when Google magically offers up ads or suggestions based on things we thought we were only thinking, like a new subscription box service, or an onslaught of Kardashian articles and resources that obviously I would never be looking for. Anyway, the reason Google seems to read our minds is all of that machine learning and the AI they use that studies and learns our habits, tendencies, and even most secret desires. The excitement that ADT is showing when it comes to adding that power to its home security offerings is both thrilling and not a little terrifying. It was scary enough when Ring and Amazon teamed up, but that partnership feels like the minor leagues next to this one. Now you've got the world's most prevalent home security system teamed up with the world's most ubiquitous search engine. This partnership takes all that machine learning out of my computer and into the very structure of my home, depending on how extensive my home security is. This could be the dawn of the smartest home security system we've ever seen, and it could be the start of a real sketchy Big Brother situation, depending on your perspective and the level of comfort you have with big tech. Finally, we can't talk about ADT and Google Nest without mentioning privacy concerns. Google Nest has been far more vulnerable to hackers than ADT, and Google also gathers a ton more data on us than ADT could ever hope to do. That goes back to all that machine learning we were talking about. For those of us that worry about strangers and bad actors spying on us through our security cameras or stealing our identity, this is a real concern. I'm eager to see if ADT makes Google Nest a more secure brand, or if Google compromises ADT's fairly good track record. On its face, the marriage of ADT and Google seems like a smart home security no-brainer. It's exciting to see two industry leaders joining forces, but the big question remains: will they use their combined power for good? Hopefully, ADT plus Google will keep the wise words of Uncle Ben in mind. And remember that with great power comes great responsibility. To stay up to date on new developments in the ADT plus Google partnership and other home security and safety news, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every week. And don't forget to check out which home security systems already work well with Google by clicking the link below for our full roundup. Until next time, stay safe.